Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 5 September 2024, the first knife sale week of September, and it's a Thursday night, so let's just have a knife sale. How about that? Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Before I get into the thick of it, and it is thick, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First off, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale, which I will post on the screen for you in just a moment. You can pause them and read them, or just jump down to the description. They will also be reprinted there. Also in the description, above the terms of the sale, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on this channel. The first one goes with the terms of the sale, especially if you're a new buyer. That video is entitled A Primer for Buyers, and it's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale. It tells you everything you need to know about how we do things and why every Thursday night on this weekly sale. The second link pertains to you if you're interested in moving along some of your collection and you'd like to use this weekly sales event to do it. It's entitled FAQs for Consignors, and that one explains how all this madness works from the consignor's perspective. The third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the TheApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. Speaking of that, backlog is low, only about 2 weeks right now. So if you're interested in getting some of your blades brought back to their glistening, sharp goodness, give that video a look. It explains how to use the service. So in the all-important video description, you'll see those 3 links at the top, then the terms of the sale, and then at the bottom, the reason y'all came tonight, the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps on the left, pricing on the right. In the pricing column, you'll generally see 2 numbers. The one on the left of the slash is the price of your knife as shown in the video. The price on the right as sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service. There will be no next day sharpening this week, as I had a little glitch in my system and I need to catch up on some calendar sharpening for customers. So no next day sharpening this week, but not to worry. As I said, backlog is low. So your sharpened knife should ship in about 2 weeks if you want it that way from this sale. If you see the word sold, all caps, exclamation point in the pricing column for any given item, that means it's been bought and paid for by its new owner. No need to send an inquiry or an I'll take it about anything marked sold. I think that's it for the preliminaries. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you, and we'll be right back with the sale. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? We're going to start off tonight with a few leftovers from last week. The first one, kind of a shocker, I have to tell you. It's from Cold Steel. It's a large knife. It is the Marauder, and this is one of 2 that we ran last week, and this is the one that comes with my edge already on it. Okay. So we see a SecureX molded polymer sheath from Cold Steel, removable nylon belt loop that looks like you can slip it off without undoing your belt. Inside, a thing of beauty, a real thing of beauty. Look at that. Kind of an acid stonewashed AUS 8A blade. That gorgeous swashbuckling clip point fighter is 9 1/16 inches in length, and it is wearing a convex edge by the TheApostleP Knife Service. That knife will cut, says Doug. The handle is Cray X, not Craton, Cray X, because it's a Cold Steel. So a compliant polymer, and then the cross guard and the sub hilt are in a little bit harder durometer polymer. Handle length is 5 3/16. It is flat saber ground, near mint in box, sharpening noted. So you can buy the Marauder brand new online for about 80 bucks. This one's got, what, $35 of my edge work. And we ran it last week for 80 bucks, right? So the same as an unsharpened new one. We dropped it to 70 for the weekend because it didn't sell, and it's still here. So this week, 60 bucks. With $35 of my sharpening and $18 of postage, it's basically a free knife. That is the Marauder with an ApostleP edge from Cold Steel. Next up, kind of shocked this one didn't sell. It is from Tops. Comes with no box, but it does have the classic Top sheath. You've got a big pouch and a smaller pouch down here for like a sharpening stone. Come out of there. There we go. I believe we'll see some molly webbing on the back, and we do. Inside is the model 22-1298 Tactical Ops Tanto, designed by Ron Hood. So we've got a saber ground Tanto in 1095, 9.5 inches of blade length. Got a little notching sawback, and that Tops epoxy crinkle coat. The handle is 5 3/4 in length, and it's black linen micarta with white liners. Lanyard attachment. I imagine you could pound something with the back of that. Lashing hole. Condition on this one is going to be like new. No box, just the sheath. They're discontinued and out of stock. In fact, so long ago I couldn't find pricing. I did find one sold listing on eBay for this very model. It did $187 shipped. We ran this one last week at $160, didn't sell, dropped it to $145 for the weekend. Still here. Let's go $135 like it is, $175 sharpened on the Tops Tactical Ops Tanto. Let me button everything up here. Hook and loop everything up. There you go. Next up, I believe the first foray into the world of fixed blades by Demko knives. And the knife inside is the Demko FreeReign Tanto in green and gray. Okay. So we have a snap that I did not have fastened, so let's show you how that looks. Okay. Yeah. A bicolor sheath in molded polymer, OD green around the edges and gray down the middle. Nice retention, nice and quiet. It is a Tanto blade, fashioned of Aus 10A. Blade length is 5 inches. The handle is 4 13/16, and Demko's website says it is an injection molded rubber. Probably a lot like Cray-X. The tang protrudes from that over molded handle for an impact device. The profile of the blade looks a lot like a Code 4, which is to say awesome. Condition is like new in box. These are unobtainium in the OD green and gray configuration. If you buy it in black, it's $150 web retail. I can't find any of these used, recently sold, or anything in green. I thought $110 last week would be a pretty nice price for this knife. Nobody bought it. We dropped it to $89 or $99 for the weekend last week. It's still here. This week it can be yours for $89 like it is $124 with my edge on that Tanto blade. It's the Demko FreeReign Tanto fixed blade. Next up, we've got one from a brand I have never had in front of the camera before last week. It's from Ocaso, and it ships in a triangular box. The model is number 29 BAB, and the name is the Strategy. Pretty cool knife, I have to say. The scales are black hard anodized aluminum. It is steel lined, and it is a stainless steel liner lock knife. The liners are blackened, as is all the hardware. Very nicely, by the way. The clip, pretty cool. It is its own fill tab. It's reversible tip-up deep carry, and the clip goes over the tail of the knife and becomes its own fill tab. I like that a lot. And it leaves the underclip area completely devoid of any fasteners or things to snag. Cool. Ball bearing flipper. Nice clip point blade, kind of a California clip. In K110D2, knife is made in Taiwan. Blade length 3 7/16. Very nice DLC or PVD coating, by the way. Handle length is 4 3/8. There's your engagement on the stainless steel liner lock. Very nice. Ball bearing action works great. Zero blade play. And perfect centering. Condition on this will be near mint in box. Price of these brand new is $157 at your favorite web retailer. We ran it last week at $105, didn't sell, dropped it to $95 for the weekend. It's still here. Your price this week, $85 like it is. $110 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Ocaso strategy. That brings us to our last leftover from last week. It's from QSP. You guys are going to get a screaming deal on this one. It is the Penguin Plus with copper foil carbon fiber handle and a 20 CV blade. A pretty cool knife if you like things Chinese. Look at that, copper foil carbon fiber. Very beautiful. Looks like you've got a kind of a tumbled DLC maybe on the titanium frame side. Pocket clip would be a black wire deep carry, reversible tip up. I bet it's a ball bearing flipper. It is. Got a nice tumbled DLC sheep's foot blade and CPM 20 CV. It is 3 7/16 inches in length. The handle is 4.5. The titanium frame lock does have a steel lock face insert. Hard to see with the color, but man, that thing's just about dead at 50%. Nice and robust. Shouldn't go anywhere. Beautiful lockup. Beautiful free ball bearing action and a perfectly centered blade. We'll call this one near mint in box. You know what? I wrote polished edge on here. Yeah. It's pretty nice. I am going to offer a sharpening price, but don't feel like you need to. So anyway, we ran this last week for $125, and they list web retail at about $184. It didn't sell at $125. We dropped it to $110 last week. It's still here. Let's go $99. That's like nearly half price for a knife that's probably a little sharper than it was brand new out of the box. So $99 like it is, $124 sharp end on the QSP Penguin Plus. That brings us to the fresh stuff for this week. We're going to start it off with, I kind of like this. It makes me smile. It's from Benchmade, and it's a mini Adamas, but it's the 273-03. It's kind of like the Bling Master mini Adamas, which seems like they don't go together. Bling Master mini Adamas, but look at that. Are you kidding me? Gorgeous. Marbled carbon fiber scales. I don't know if the flat dark earth pocket clip liners and hardware are Cerakoted or PVD coated, but anyway, it looks pretty cool. A little soiling on the clip, but the blade on this one is CPM Magna Cut. Shane Sibbert design, 3 1/4 inch blade, 4 7/16 inch long handle. Heavy duty axis lock mechanism. Look at the diameter of the axis bar and the stop pin. Super strong construction. Let's see. Zero blade play. A near free dropping blade. And the centering, well, it's doggone perfect. I wrote very close. I guess it does favor the bottom side, just slightly. as you're looking at it. Near mint in box. Clip soiling noted. A relatively new effort for Benchmade. They are in stock for a web retail or Benchmade map price of $337. This one can be yours $225 like it is. $255 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. Benchmade 273-03 mini Adamas in carbon fiber and MagnaCut. Next up, Microtech time. A signature series knife. This is a dealer exclusive for e-knives. It's the model 123T-1 CPEKS. It is a tri-grip Ultratech in a very cool colorway. Notice it says copper hardware. I think you're going to like this one. Look at that beauty. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I think all this stuff is Cerakoted copper, I think. Microtech really didn't say. Very cool. Signature series carries Anthony's signature. Let's see, the serial number on this one is 076. It was born 11 of 2022. I think that says 22. It does. And here's why we all came. Ooh, a wicked two-tone Tanto in M390. It's a signature series knife, but they gave us the steel designation, which they usually don't, right there by my finger. Blade length is 3 7/16. The handle is 5 inches to the end of the ball bearing glass breaker. Button effort, I will say medium firm. Pretty standard for the new generation of Ultratechs. 100% reliable. Condition like new in the box. Web retail at e-knives for this knife is $365. We're doing this one at $275 like it is $310 if I sharpen that Tanto blade. Microtech Signature Series Ultratech Tanto Edge Tri-Grip. Next up, our only traditional slip joint pocket knife in tonight's sale is a Boker. The model is 117474YB. It is the Serpentine Stockman from Boker. That little black fleck right there is in there. I think that's just part of the character of the bone. Closed length on this knife is 4 inches. Nickel silver bolsters, brass liners, gorgeous smooth yellow bone, the Tree brand shield. Blade set is a main clip with the Tree brand classic. I think that's sort of masked and glass beaded, it looks like. Not sure how they do that. I want you to note, very minimal rub on this knife, by the way. You got a Warncliffe center blade and then a spay. Now, the walk and talk on the secondaries is a little sticky. It's a knife that's rarely been opened. All on cam tangs. Main blade a little nicer. I'm going to call the alignment really nice for a Stockman with blades coming from all different angles, congressing with each other. Condition will be near mint in box. You buy these brand new for $63 plus shipping and sales tax at your favorite web retailer. This one can be yours $50 all in, shipped priority mail. $90 I sharpen all 3 blades. The Boker Tree brand classic yellow bone Stockman. Next up we have our only non-knife item tonight. It is a watch from Tissot. Let's see. Give you the reference number off the box here. It is T125.617.37.051.01. It is the Supersport quartz chronograph. Let's see if they put any good stuff in the box for us. Let's just take a look. Oh, look, it's the city of something in Switzerland. Yeah. I think I see paperwork in the bottom. Yeah, there is. I always put this in wrong. There we go. Want to see the watch? Here you go. We have a black PVD coated stainless steel case. We have a tachymeter bezel insert, which looks to be aluminum. Got some gilt hands and indices on this watch. 3 sub-registers. And it is a chronograph, so we'll start it. Look at there. There we go. Diameter on this one is 45.5. Lug to lug is 54.5. Thickness just 11.5 because it's quartz. And the lug width is 22. It runs the ETA G10.212 quartz movement. 100 meters of water resist. Looks like a snapped case back. A nice rubber and canvas hybrid strap. Signed pin buckle. Quick release spring bars. Condition will be near mint in box. These have a Tissot suggested retail of $4.95. I found them at WatchMax and Joma Shop for $3.40. This one can be yours, shipped priority mail, all in $2.75. And I believe that case is unmarked, as is the buckle. Very light evidence of wear in the strap. So super near mint. $3.40 web retail, let's do $2.75 on the Tissot Supersport chronograph. Next up, we have our first of several knives from Chris Reeve. The first one ships in a service department box, and I just want to show you, I got a wrench and some grease, and that's it, except for a reissue birth card telling us that this is a large Inkosi, Tanto, and S45VN with natural canvas micarta inlays, manufactured February of 22. Reissued this July when the knife went to the mothership for a Chris Reeve spa treatment. So it's going to look like new, or pretty much like new. Looks like it's been in the pocket once or twice maybe since it came back. Of course, it's an Inkosi, so it has double lugs. Your S45VM blade is 3.5 inches in length. The handle's 4 13/16. It has a Reeve integral lock with a ceramic ball lock interface. Locks up Chris Reeve deep, which we like. Rock solid, super smooth, and perfect blade centering. Condition very near mint in box. Fresh CRK spa. Buy one of these knives brand new, it'll run you $600. Or you could just buy this one, $460 like it is, $495 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Chris Reeve large Inkosi Tanto in natural canvas. And next up, another one from Chris Reeve. This is a large Sebenza 31 plain Lefty in Magna Cut. This has its full complement of stuff. Here's your birth card. It says it's a large Sebenza 31 Lefty with Magna Cut blade and drop point. Gold anodized hardware and double lug. Born December 6th of 2023. I almost put it in the wrong hand. Look at that beauty. So you've got gold lanyard post, gold dual thumb studs. The blade is 3 5/8 inches in length. The handle's 4 13/16. Watch this. A free dropping 31 and 0 blade play. And centering, that is perfection. Looks like it's hardly been carried at all. Like, I don't see any wear on the clip. Let's see, these are out of stock. If you bought this knife brand new with the gold double lug thumb stud configuration, it would run you $530. Guess what? You can't buy one. Not new. They're gone. They usually are. We're offering this one in MagnaCut, Lefty, double gold thumb studs, $485 like it is, and $515 with an ApostleP edge. What a beauty. Next up, oh, we got a little save me from myself thing going on here. Look at that. This must be a bioplastic because it says I used to be a sugar cane. It houses a knife from Three Rivers Manufacturing. Oh, this is such a save me from myself moment. This is the Shadow from Three Rivers. I love the pivot. Look at that, like sunburst female pivot. So cool. Or is it a seashell? I don't know. Fluted black G10, beautifully satin finished. The handle appears to be integral, but it's not. There's a seam on one side. Just very elegant construction. Deep carry pocket clip in titanium that's reversible with a fill tab tip up. We have a lock that's called the River Lock. It looks a lot like an Axis lock. In fact, it runs on Omega springs and there's an extra set in the tube. Somebody changed the O-rings to a teal and I think they look really nice. The blade is in 20 CV. A very nice usable sort of reverse Tanto almost. 3 1/8 inches in blade length. 4 9/16 handle. Let's see, how's the handle? Oh, it's really nice, guys. Oh, it just melts. Beautiful in a variety of grips. Let's see, I believe it rides on phosphor bronze. Yes. Opens with thumb studs. The lockup is rock solid. Free swinging blade. Centering is, I'm going to call it close, very close, but not quite perfect. We'll call it near mint in tube. They're out of stock. I found a sold listing, none on eBay, but I found one on Arizona Custom Knives that sold at $275 recently. This one can be yours, $240, like it is, $270 if you'd like it with an ApostleP edge. That's the Three Rivers Manufacturing Shadow. Next up, it's been a while since we had one of Zach Brown's knives on the knife show, but here is one. It is from Southern Grind, and it's a bad monkey. It's a big bad monkey. It comes scaled in a beautiful peel ply carbon fiber that's going to wear beautifully over the years. It's got your signature Southern Grind shorty clip. It's going to be right hand tip up only. Thick titanium liners and hourglass standoffs. And I believe it has a licensed Emerson wave as well as thumb studs. The blade is 4 1/16 inches of droppy speary 14C28N steel from Sandvik. Beautiful stonewash flats and grinder satin bevels and swedge. Behind that 4 1/8 blade or 4 1/16 blade is this handle, which is 5 3/16. There's your lock engagement on the titanium liner lock. Absolutely zero blade play. A free drop-in blade on phosphor bronze. Action's beautiful. Haven't waved it, but anyway. I'm going to call that blade centering very close. The condition is near mint in box. You can buy these knives brand new online at your favorite retailer for $240. This one can be yours at $185 like it is. $210 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Southern Grind Bad Monkey in carbon fiber. Next up, I have a Protech knife. I had to hunt a little bit because there's no sticker. What happened to the sticker? I don't know. But it's a Malibu, and I really can't tell you the model number. It's a 52 something. Black hard anodized aluminum handle. Right hand tip up deep carry clip. Mother of pearl inlay in the button. And it's like a nearly sterile knife, except that on the spine of the blade, it'll tell you Protech, and it's that the blade is 20 CV. So it is a button lock flipper. Blade is on ball bearings. Length is 3 1/4 on the reverse Tanto blade. The handle length is 4 3/16, so very efficient blade to handle ratio. Lockup, dead rock solid. Centering is down the middle. Condition, like new in box. These are out of stock. Trust me, I couldn't find this knife anywhere. I had to interpolate a little bit for the web retail. It should have been $240 with the pearl button. But you can't buy one for that. You can buy one that's like new in the box for less, however. It's this one right here. Your price, $200 shipped priority mail, $230 with an TheApostleP Edge, the Protech Malibu reverse Tanto murdered with a pearl button. Next up, oh guys, another save me from myself. A couple years ago they discontinued my beloved, and very smartly they have brought it back, but in a very interesting way. It's a Benchmade, and it is the now spelled out in text 710. Model 710FE-24. Wait till you see this. Oh. Probably hard anodized, but natural finish, aluminum scales. Look at that mill pattern, would ya? Are you kidding me? Yeah. And they're saying that the flat dark earth coloration is a PVD coating on Benchmade's website. So pocket clip and pivot collars and standoffs and blade. Whoops. Dang, Rob. There we go. Look at that. Blade steel on this one is S90V, if you can see it behind the thumb stud. Dimensions, we know these by heart. 3 15/16 inches of blade, 5 inches of handle. It is very light since it's all metal. It's pretty cool. The aluminum does well. Access lock mechanism, of course. It feels very nice. Centering is perfection. Man, that is so solid. So solid. Just a beauty. A beauty. They brought it back and they did it right, I just have to say. It is like new in the box. You want to buy a brand new one? I know you do, but I bet you don't want to pay $405 for it, which is what it will cost. You could just buy this one. Let's do $325 like it is, $355 with my edge. The Benchmade 710FE-24710. Next up, we have reached the Rob's Pick portion of tonight's video, and it's another one from Benchmade. Such a cool knife. Oh yeah. It's the model 593BK. The model is the PSK, the Personal Survival Kit knife. Here it is. Well, would you look at that? I've got some G10, OD, and gray. OD scales, gray bolsters, kind of a modified chevron mill pattern going on. Beautiful. Axis assist mechanism. Notice the spine-mounted safety. Gray G10 backspacer, black and steel liners. Parkerized pocket clip, ambidextrous tip-up deep carry with a butterfly. And it's an axis assist. So you touch the thumb stud and out she flies. Check out that blade. Very cool. I guess we could call those fullers milled in. And then that dark charcoal speckly Cerakote over a blade in CPM MagnaCut. It is a first production run knife. Blade stock is thin. I'm going to guess it's 110 thousandths. Sort of a medium-high saber grind on that drop point blade. And the blade is 3 7/16 inches, and like the handles, 4 15/16. Very hand-filling, very ergonomic. Let's see. Action, of course, is awesome. Lockup is dead rock solid. Centering is, let's call it, come on, perfect. It's such a cool knife. You know, I would probably like to own it de-assisted, but that's just me. Maybe not. Very, very cool blade. Let's see. Map pricing on these, if you want to buy one at your favorite website, $360. Let's do $275 on this one. $305 with an TheApostleP Edge. That is the 593 BK PSK first production run from Benchmade. It's the Rob's pick tonight. Next up, a knife I've never been able to decide if I like. It's very cool. Might not be me, but I don't know. It is the 391 SBK SOCP folder. It's going to come with a Parkerized deep carry ambidextrous tip-up clip, but if you prefer the original design SOCP clip, it's in the box. Okay, it's more of a shorty kind of thing. Long, slender spear point folder with the CF Elite scales, which wear like carbon. They're awesome for a polymer scale. Axis lock mechanism, thumb disc deployant. Look at that long, skinny spear. Unsharpened spine, by the way. Designed by Greg Thompson. The blade steel is D2. The bevel is a fairly low saber grind. Blade length, 4 7/16. You can reach out and touch someone with that blade. Excuse me. The handle's 5 5/8. Rock solid lockup. Let's see. Almost a free dropper. And the centering is very squared away. In fact, you might call it perfect. It is like new in the box. You want to buy one of these brand new? $225. Benchmade map price, web retail. This one, $130, like it is. $155 with an TheApostleP Edge. That's the SOCP folder from Benchmade. Next up. Ooh. You know, I called my buddy Jay a couple of months ago and ordered one of these for my buddy Russ, motorcycle madman and OTF knife aficionado. It's from Benchmade. It's the 3370 SGY-1 Claymore OTF, a double action out the front knife. The handle is crafted of CF Elite molded carbon-rich polymer. The knife weighs nothing. I mean, it's almost like bug-out light. Parkerized tip up, down, down, tip down, because the tip's here, and it comes out here. Deep carry butterfly pocket clip. It doesn't really need to move to be ambidextrous because the knife is symmetrical. Yeah. So let's see. We're calling this smoke gray PVD. This is actually a pretty cool blade. You can actually use it because of these large serrations. You can actually cut with this knife. Yeah. Blade length is 3 13/16. The handle length is 5 1/16. Side mounted button. I'm going to say medium effort. 100% reliable. Like new in box. You want to buy one brand new? Web retail, Benchmade map price, $360. Your price for this one, $270. Like it is. No need to sharpen that. Unless you're Russ. Russ made me sharpen his, but you don't need to sharpen this. It's a sticker. There you go. The Claymore OTF automatic from Benchmade. Next up, I think this is a Franken knife, guys. Got to turn the page. It's one of 2 Franken knives in tonight's sale. The box is your first clue, because it says it's a C11TR, which would be a delicate trainer, which would have a red handle. This knife has a red handle, but it's just a delicate FFG in VG10, right? And I've looked and looked and looked. They didn't make a VG10 delicate FFG with a red handle. So this is a blade swap. I first looked at it, I thought it must be a DLT exclusive, but it's not. It's a Franken blade, right? So VG10 blade, and the length would be 2 15/16, the handle 3 1/4. Red FRN handle, black 4-way pocket clip, mid-lock mechanism. Lockup is dead rock solid. The action, about average, which is to say, just fine. Blade centering, very close. It is near mint. I guess you could say it's the wrong box, but it was the right box for the handle, right? If this knife came in red, in an FFG Delica, it would have a map price of $94. But you can't buy it with a red handle, unless you get a trainer blade. This one can be yours, $70 like it is $95, with an ApostleP edge. The Spyderco Delica FFG in red. Next up, another one from Spyderco. This will be from Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. And pay attention, guys. C81 GPO DFDE2, a Para 2 and CTS 204P. Okay, but there's more. This was a River's Edge Cutlery exclusive OD green G10 handle, black hardware, including the liners, black 4-way clip that has never been moved, FDE blade, flat dark earth, and I'm not sure, again, how they did it. Is it Cerakote? Is it PVD? I'm not sure. The blade is 204P. Blade length, you guys know this, 3 1/2. Handle length, 4 13/16. Compression lock, phosphor bronze washers in a hole, free dropping blade with 0 play. How's the centering looking today? It looks perfect. It is like new in box. Discontinued, out of stock. No sold listings on eBay. Found one sold listing on Arizona Custom Knives. Somebody paid $345 for one of these. You're not going to have to pay that, but you're going to have to pay a little. Your price, $275 like it is, $305 with an ApostleP edge, one of the most sought after sprints or exclusives ever in the Para 2 line. There you go. Next up, this is cool. It just is. It's a Spidey. It's from Japan. It's a Police 4 FRN with a burgundy handle and a DLC blade in Micromelt PD1. Such a cool blade. If you are a purple guy, here you go. Or chick, even. Purple FRN handle. I like how they expanded the clip pad on the Police 4 FRN to accommodate a variety of lengths of aftermarket clips. Notice the factory clip comes just to the edge of the first bubble, right? That's pretty thoughtful. Thank you, Sal. Appreciate you. So the Police 4 FRN, mid-lock design, no boy dent, phosphor bronze in a hole, DLC blade, and there is your Micromelt PD1. You might remember that steel. Spyderco used it in the Gale Bradley fixed blade. So it's kind of going to behave like something between a CPM M4 and a CPM crew wear, which is to say awesome, right? Maybe a little softer and tougher than M4, but maybe a little harder and less tough than crew wear. Yeah. Blade length, not short. How about 4 3/8 inches of Spidey clip awesomeness? Handle length, 5 5/8. Lockup is rock solid. Action, very free. Blade centering, pretty doggone nice for such a long blade. In fact, I think I called it perfect in my copy. These are discontinued, not a stock. It was a sprint run. When they were available, they were 165 MAP. And it seems like the secondary market is kind of staying right there. 165 to 180 on eBay, I think. Let's do 150 on this one. 180 with an Apostle P edge. That's the Spyderco Police 4 FRN, purple, DLC, and PD1. Next up, I don't think I've ever had one of these in my hand. It's going to come with no box, but you do get a poly bag and a bubble wrap pouch. It's from Cold Steel. It's called the Colossus. So let's talk about the handle first. Kind of looks like a little bit of Peter Kohler. It's layered black and OD green G10. Dimple milled. The pocket clip, tip up ambidextrous. Only need one clip because it's straight. The blade opens with a thumb plate which will double as a wave feature. The blade steel is CTS XHP. Sorry, it's a little smudgy. A very cool leaf-shaped blade. It's colossal. 4 3/16 inches of blade length. It doesn't look that long because it's so broad, and it is full flat ground. How about the slicing geometry on that thing? The handle is 6 inches in length. But man, there's so much real estate, guys. You can grab this thing anywhere. And you come forward to that last finger groove. So nice in the hand. Yeah. Triad lock mechanism, of course, which is rock solid. I imagine it's got your standard Teflon over phosphor bronze washer system. Action's pretty free. You can't tell the centering because the tip's buried so deeply, but I can tell you it's perfect. Lock up so solid. Yeah. This condition will be near mint, no box. They are discontinued, not a stock. Sold listings on eBay. Apparently the secondary market misses this knife. I think they're kind of rare and they don't make them anymore. But sold listings on eBay running between 187 and 240, and there were several. This one could be yours. 150 like it is. 175 with my edge on the Colossus from Cold Steel in XHP. Next up, another Cold Steel. You do get a box with this one. The knife inside is the model 26C6. It is a 6-inch tie light in G10. Yeah. So that, guys, is 3D machined G10. Beautiful blasted satin finish. And it looks like an FRN backspacer. The pocket clip, why don't they make these reversible? I don't know. But it's tip up, right hand only. You can open it with a trigger, or you can open it with a thumb stud. The blade steel on this one is S35VN. The blade length, 6 inches. For once, Cold Steel didn't lie about what 6 inches was. This is 6 inches. You know, like a 4-inch Recon 1 is really 3 13/16. I always thought Lynn Thompson was, you know, it was like he was trying to pick up women in a bar with his blade lengths. The handle, 7 1/8. So not terribly inefficient blade to handle ratio. The folded over liner lock, which I don't know why more people don't do this. It works so well for getting grip. You've got that knurled top on the liner. Just makes it so easy to disengage. Lock up, dead rock solid. Centering, well, it's close. Give it a break. It's 6 inches long. We will call the condition near mint to like new in box. This knife is currently available new online. It'll run you 180 bucks. Or just buy this one. $135 all in, shipped priority mail. $170 if you want me to sharpen it. That's a long blade, boys. The Cold Steel Tylite 6 in G10 and S35VN. Next up. Well, this is interesting. No box, just a ballistic nylon pouch with a key cable and a titanium Microtech claw medallion. I almost want to buy the knife just to get the key ring. I almost took it off and kept it, but I didn't. Here you go. The knife inside, if I can find the release. Oh, this is kind of cool. You get a sticker. Microtech, follow the action. Oh, you get a knife too. It is the sort of newer generation Ultratech with the melted corners. It's got bronze anodized hardware. I don't think it's bronze apocalyptic because it doesn't have that acidy, gritty kind of thing going on. Here we go. Serial number 254647, born September of 22. And it's an Ultratech Spartan. In, if you can read that, the steel designation there, in M390. Blade length 3 3/8 of quad-edged Spartan profile. Handle 5 inches to the end of the glass breaker. It's a double action OTF automatic. I'm going to call the button, I don't know, medium firm, 100% reliable. Black hard anodized aluminum handle. All the hardware is bronze, the blade is bronze. So I think the model number is 223-13, which would have, I did find a pricing reference for these. $348 is the web retail. Let's do this one at $250. No need to sharpen. The Ultratech Spartan OTF automatic. Now let's see if I can put this back in the pouch without screwing up the sticker. I think we got it. Okay. There. How about that? And a free key ring. Next up, maybe the coolest knife in the sale. I don't know. It's a Microtech. Model 1142-1TA. It's a Combat Truodon double-edged Gen 3 in tan. That's just a bad, bad, bad tool right there. It is bad to the bone. I love the mill contour on the handle. Love the milled Microtech claw. Love the ambidextrous milled titanium pocket clip with ceramic ball retention. Discreet little glass breaker. Yeah. Double action OTF automatic with a double edged blade. Steel is M390 MK. Subtle two-tone with the satin flats. Blade length 4 1/16, deceptively long. The handle 5 9/16. Is it good in the hand? Yes, it is. The button effort, I'm going to say it's medium firm, but to the medium side. You could drive your wife crazy watching a movie with this. All night long. So let's see. Like new in box. Web retail for this knife, $486. Your price on this one, $350 all in, shipped priority mail. No need to sharpen. Microtech 1142-1TA Combat Truodon Gen 3 in tan. Next up, our last Microtech tonight. Comes in a pretty fancy box. And it's not a Signature Series knife. What it is a 190C-7 CFITI Annex single edge. It's a modern folder. Not automatic. Look at there. Carbon fiber inlay on the show side. Very subtle mill contour in the handle. Hard to see, but it's there. A titanium frame lock with a steel lock face insert. A milled right-hand tip-up titanium pocket clip with ceramic ball retention. I guess you open it with this here slot thingy. The blade is M390, if you can see it right there. I guess it's a spear point with a stylized fuller. Serial number is 510, born August of 22. The blade length is 3 11/16. The handle is 4 7/8. The lockup is dead rock solid. Ball bearing pivot works famously. The centering is perfect. Let's see. You could almost front flip that thing, couldn't you? Maybe that's the right way to open that. I bet you could get good at that. I bet that would be quicker than that fuller. Anyway, a little bit of handle wear near the pivot from carry, but mostly near mint, we'll say. Inbox. Web retail for this knife is $450. They are in stock and available for your purchase, but why would you spend that when you could buy this one pre-pocket worn for $340 like it is $370 with my edge? That is the Annex from Microtech. Next up, a very interesting offering from We Knife. The model is the 21031-4 Vision R with a bronze titanium handle, black stonewash blade, and CPM 20 CV. I'm trying to remember where I saw this clip. Did Gus Cicchini do that clip? It's ambidextrous spine-mounted deep carry, I think. So very cool handle, deep bronze, kind of acid stonewash titanium, and then bronze anodized hardware. The blade, I would say that's a lamb foot. Yeah, GEC fans know what I'm talking about. Tumbled DLC, 20 CV, 3 9/16 blade, 4 7/16 inch handle, so very efficient blade to handle ratio. They call this the super lock. You pull back on this bar to release. And I guess you can just kind of pull back and fling to get it open. Or you can thumb the hole. Let's see. Lockup is perfect. Action is perfect. Centering is perfect. Condition, near mint to like new in box. Buy a brand new one of these at your favorite web retailer for $260, or just buy this one. $180 like it is, $210 with my edge. The We Vision R. Next, we have one from Giant Mouse's Ace series. The knife inside is a GM2. Kind of an interesting version of the GM2. So they make this knife in black G10 milled. They make it in carbon fiber milled. But most of them don't come with this titanium clip. So this is kind of a limited run, not really announced as such, with the right-hand tip up only milled titanium clip with the Mousy etched into it. Blue titanium backspacer with the lanyard hole. It is a ball bearing flipper. Gorgeous clip point blade. I mean, gorgeous. In M390, by the way. The blade length is 3 9/16. The handle is 4 5/8. Lockup is dead rock solid, and it is a liner lock mechanism that is stainless steel. Early lockup and very secure. Super free, smooth blade action. Perfect centering. Makes a nice noise. These are out of stock. I found them on Lamnia, out of stock at $376. And then I think you'd had to pay a lot of shipping to get one here from Lamnia. But anywho, let's do 240 on this one, 270 with my edge. That's the Giant Mouse GM2 in carbon fiber and M390. Next up, I got a Koenig that I've never seen one of. Not sure that tells you much, or that. Why would you put a sticker on the top of the box? I don't know. I don't know. Inside this little poly zip bag is the certificate of authenticity, telling us this is an Arius and M390 NF. Burnished. Smooth 6AL4V titanium handle, built June 22nd of 2022. What does NF mean? Well, let's see. There's no flipper. NF. Yeah, so you gotta use the hole. So there you go, your Arius blade. So beautiful. I think this is what they mean by burnished. That large, high, hollow grind has a spectacular finish texture. And then the flats are a horizontal satin. The handle is fine glass bleeded, plain titanium. Get some trails. It's been carried. Raw titanium backspacer. Steel inserted titanium frame lock. Locks up right there, early but secure. Blade length, 3.5. Handle, 5 1/16 to the end of the backspacer. Yeah. Let's see, how do you do that? What would be the right way to open that? Would you finger flick it? I don't know. I guess I would just roll it. Anyhow, centering. Beautiful. Condition. Near mint in box, trails noted. The detent is strong. It ain't going to fall open. So we'll call it near mint in box, trails noted. Out of stock. This knife would have been $895 web retail. Good luck finding one. Your price on this one, $550 like it is, $580 with an ApostleP edge. The Koenig Arius plain, non-flipper. Next up, time for our last Chris Reeve knife of the evening. Small Sebenza 31 with bog oak inlay in S45VN. Here is your birth card, telling us it was born July 6th of 2021. Comes with the think twice, cut once pocket slip. Doesn't look like the knife has been in there. And here it is. I love the profile of the 31 inlays. They're gorgeous. So it's interesting. It is a blasted, looks like glass bead blasted handle with premium wood. Usually they do the polished. I think there's a little bit of fraying at the lanyard. That bog oak is gorgeous on this knife. Single gold thumb stud. There's your blade. Let's see. 3-inch blade, 4-inch handle. Reeve integral lock with the ceramic ball interface. Lock engagement's beautiful. Nearly a free dropper. Flickable. I got a little scratch in the blade, right? Let's see if I can catch it again. There it is, right there. I don't know if that's a original stonewash scratch or I don't know. Lockup is rock solid. Action is free. Centering is hard to see, but perfect. Let's see. So we'll call it near mint inbox with slip. Very slight carry wear on the club. If you buy this knife brand new, whether you buy it from an online retailer or from the mothership, it'll be $575. This one can be yours, $330 like it is. $360 with my edge on the Chris Reeve Small Sebenza 31 in Bog Oak. Next up, our second Franken blade of tonight's sale. It's from Benchmade, and the box says it's a 940 BK-2004, which would be a jade G10 handle and a black M4 blade, but that's not quite what we have here. We have a jade G10 handle with black hardware. We're wearing a bronze anodized deep carry titanium MXG clip. And the blade is etched Proverbs 27:17. And it's in S30V. So I'm looking at this blade. By the finish, I think it came out of a 940-2. 3 3/8 blade, 4.5 handle. Not quite a free dropper. No blade play. Close to a free dropper. And the blade is centered. Condition, I'm going to say near mint. In box, it is the Benchmade 940 Osborne Franken knife in jade and S30V. Your price, $140 like it is, $165 with an ApostleP edge. Next up, another save me from myself. I own this model, but not in this configuration. It's from Spyderco, and it's an Indela lightweight with a K390 blade. They say the handle is blue, but I call it a dark teal. It's a very cool color. Midlock with a Boyd dent, bright hardware, black clip, K390 blade, and there's virtually no patina on this K390 blade. It looked like there was a spot right in front of Sal's signature, but I sort of just wiped it off. Blade length is 3 7/16. The handle's 4 11/16. Lockup is dead rock solid. Very free action. Centering I will call very close. Near mint in box, near zero patina. Buy a new one of these. It'll cost you $148 at your favorite retailer. This one can be yours for $115 like it is. $145 with my edge. It's the Spyderco Indela Teal and K390. Next up, another Spyderco. This one will be from Golden, Colorado, USA. Earth. A Manix 2 lightweight in mint and CPM M4. Must be a Blade HQ exclusive. There's your mint green FRN. You know, it almost looks good on this knife. It's kind of cool. It looks great with the black hardware and the black blade. Wire clip, not deep carry, but ambidextrous tip up. Caged ball lock, of course. DLC blade in CPM M4. The length of that blade is 3 7/16. The handle's 4 5/8. It is a free dropper with perfect centering and a rock solid lockup. It is like new in the box. They are currently in stock at Blade HQ for $135 plus tax. This one can be yours. I would say it's a perfect example. $105 like it is, $135 with my edge on it. So you could buy this one with an ApostleP edge, all in shipped for $135, or you could buy a new one without my edge. Yeah, so what a deal. There you go. Spyderco Manix 2 lightweight, mint, DLC, and M4. Next, our last Spidey tonight. This one from the United States of America, Golden, Colorado, USA, Earth to be exact. A pair 3 and CPM crew wear and a black blade, but also purple G10. I believe it's a DLT exclusive. It is. Black clip, black hardware, DLC blade, and CPM crew wear. Let's see. Rock solid lockup. Free dropping action. Centering close, very, very close. Blade length 2 15/16. Handle 4 1/4. Yeah. I did say DLT exclusive. We'll call it like new in the box. They're out of stock at DLT. When they were available, they were $187 map price. Sold listings on eBay now that they're gone, ranging, I think there were 3 of them. And they were very tightly grouped between $231 and $240. This one can be yours, $200, like it is $225 with my edge. The Spyderco Pair 3 purple DLC and crew wear. Next up, we have one from Hogue, and it's a model series that I really like if you have the right blade. This is it. It's the model 24231-EXL-DLT Deca in Magna Cut flat dark earth blade with an OD green G10 handle. Yeah, another DLT exclusive. There you go. Gorgeous colorway. I mean gorgeous. Black, ambidextrous, tip up deep carry clip. OD green G10, all black hardware. Thumb stud actuation on phosphor bronze. Able lock mechanism. CPM Magna Cut. Gorgeous clip point blade. 3 1/4 inches in length. 4 5/16 handle. Very near free dropping mechanism. Dead rock solid. Centering is beautiful. Condition is like new in box. You can buy these brand new right now at DLT for $175. You might just want to save yourself $40 or $50. Buy this one. $135 like it is, $165 with my edge. The Hogue Deca Clip Point OD, FDE, and Magna Cut. Well, that brings us to the last knife in tonight's sale. It's from Bark River. It's a mini Aurora in 3V with black canvas micarta scales and red liners. Comes in a tooled, ambidextrous, and convertible leather sheath. First production run knife. And if that edge looks kind of shiny, it's because it has my edge on it already. I must have a little tape goo out here, a little scratch. I don't know. 3 11/16 blade, 3 15/16 handle. Super efficient dimensions. A lot of blade for a knife you can almost throw in a pocket. Near my inbox with my edge. Out of stock. Sold listings on eBay ranging between $210 and $212. Without my edge. This one can be yours, $185, shipped priority mail, no need to sharpen. The Mini Aurora from Bark River. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of another weekly knife sale on the channel. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now commence to clicking. Talk to you soon.